Right, sure. I have absolutely no clue how this is gonna go, but you know what? Let's forget about perfection and let's just do it. So, what's up? My name is Massimo Fleani and welcome to The Lifestyle.
Bitches in my mansion, ice around my neck, diamonds dancer. She gon' suck my neck like a vampire. She like the way you dress, that's my attire. Pull up to the club, bitches on me, but I don't catch no feelings, I'm a zombie. Says she wanna die, I wanna die too. Ice so cold it made my hair blue. I know what they like, partying all night, drugs to ease the pain. Yeah, they all the same. Couple goth bitches in my mansion, ice around my neck, diamonds dancing. She gon' suck my neck like a vampire. She like the way you dress, that's my attire.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that little edit that I made. So calisthenics and street workouts is not only just a sport to me, it has become my lifestyle and I want to be able to share my passion with you guys. My goal with this channel is to show you guys that there's no limit to an open mind, that no matter how fat or how skinny you are, tall, short, black, white, girl, boy, that if you have an open mind, that there's no limit to how great you can be. I also want to help inspire and motivate as many of you as I can, and to share my experiences and what it's like to be an athlete traveling the world and competing all over the world. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, as well as answer a few of your questions that you guys left for me on my Instagram. So as you guys know, my name is Massimo Fleani and I'm a calisthenics and street workout athlete. I'm from South Africa and I'm also 21 years old. So the main question that I get asked a lot is, how did I get into street workouts, or why did I start street workouts? My journey began in 2014. I was 16 at the time, turning 17 in about 3 months. And we had a Thursday assembly at our school when Team Gravity Core came and did a performance for us, and I instantly fell in love with the sport and I was blown away at how amazing it is and what you can do with your body. So they did a basic calisthenics and a little bit of street workout, so a little bit of tricks on the bar, and I absolutely fell in love with it. That when I went home, I spent, so straight after the performance, in our classroom I was attempting handstands and I was trying to do L-sits and all the basic movements because I was just blown away at the performance. Also, as soon as I got home, I just spent around 3-4 hours just watching YouTube videos about how to start calisthenics, what to do, and that's how I got into the basics of calisthenics and street workouts. So that's been my grind for the past 5.5 years or so. I train the basic calisthenics, which is your pull-ups, your dips, push-ups and core training for around 3 years, and then I decided to move into street workouts, which is the tricks and the skills that the guys are all doing on the bar. So it's adding a little bit of more of your own flavor into it, which I really enjoy, and I feel that it's our way of being able to express ourselves and show the world what we're able to do. So the first competition I competed in was in 2017. It was South Africa's World Cup stage, and I placed 4th overall in that, and that gave me an instant boost, and it just gave me that energy of just wanting to train and get better and better and to start competing overseas. I'll also go into more details with my competitions in the up and coming videos, so just stay tuned for that. So basically that's also a summary of how I got into street workouts and where I am today. What did I do before street workouts? And here's a question from Dan Rosenberg that I received. Did I do any sports before calisthenics? Yes, so my favorite sports growing up was cricket, where I played provincial cricket throughout my years of school, high school, primary school, and I also played provincial field hockey, which I absolutely love, and I still do play field hockey at the moment for one of my hockey clubs here in South Africa. I also play indoor footy with the boys, the main dollars. I also played bocce at a younger age with my dad, so that's basically, it's kind of like bowls, but a little bit more complicated. It's an Italian version of bowls. Okay, another question from Bandile. What's your favorite street workout move? Let me split this up into two parts. So you got your dynamics and your statics. I would have to say my favorite dynamic movements is the shrimp flip, 540 and the ginger. And then for statics, I would have to say front lever, and now starting to get into more of the planche, which I'm really enjoying. Then another question from Bandile. What do I prefer, dynamic or static? I really enjoy my dynamic movements, but just recently I've been enjoying doing my static movements, as I feel like it's very rewarding once you get that extra second hold on either your front lever, your planche, and it's very rewarding for the amount of work that you put into that. Yeah, another question from Emmeline is, which countries have I competed in? So I've competed in Guadeloupe, Finland, Reunion Island, Moscow, and recently Hong Kong. While we're on this topic, I also have a question from my friend in Switzerland, Julian Pagel. Where did I meet? And the reason I wanted to put this in the video is because Julian was the first professional athlete that I ever met while going overseas, and we met in France from our connecting flight from France to Guadeloupe, which was my first international competition. Okay, another question from Emmeline. What are my hobbies and passion? So obviously my passion is street workouts, and I would say my hobbies, obviously PlayStation. I also enjoy clubbing, reading, walking with my mom on the weekends, as well as obviously family time, including the boys, footy with the boys, of course, the main dollars, and of course a beer with the boys. Yeah, question from my boy Alex in Reunion Island. What is my goal in street workouts? So my goal, I would have to say, has probably been just to be the best possible version of myself, and to show everybody that there's no limit to an open mind, that you're able to perform anything, and that no matter who you are, where you come from, you'll be able to be a top professional athlete. I also want to help and inspire others to show them that anything is possible, and that you can be just like me and travel the world competing against the guys that you looked up to. My goal is also to win as many competitions as I want, but mainly just to enjoy my time with all the boys. Okay, another question I get asked a lot of is, which athlete inspires me, or who's my favorite athlete? So to be honest, that question, it's hard to say, because throughout my years of calisthenics and street workouts, I've changed my mind quite a few times of who I enjoy watching, who inspires me, who motivates me. So I would have to say, when I first started calisthenics, it was Frank Madrano and Hannibal for King. But as the years changed and I changed as an athlete, I found new inspiration from other athletes. So I would have to say I don't have a favorite athlete, but what I do have is I have athletes that are motivating me to push beyond my limits, and those people would be the likes of Daniel Lazons, Eric Ortiz, as well as all my brothers and sisters that I've had the privilege of meeting all over the world and competing against. So, how often do I train? And a question from Ariana, what do I focus on when I train? I train 5 to 6 times a week, depending on how I'm feeling, and also I try to listen to my body. So if I'm feeling too sore to train the next day, I'd rather just rest my body, as I've had way too many injuries, and street workout is a very injury prone sport, and I've learned, and especially from my chiro, shout out to my chiro Jess. My chiro Jess taught me that I got to listen to my body. So if I'm not feeling well, I'll have a rest day, but usually it is between 5 and 6 times a week, and while I'm training it will be around 3 to 4 hours. Each session is different, so I'll have 2 sessions dynamic, and then 3 to 4 sessions of focusing on my statics and endurance training. Okay, question from Gabs Braun. How long have I been training for? So the basic calisthenics, which I explained earlier on, which is your pull-ups, push-ups, dips, I've I did that from 2017, sorry, did that from 2014 to around 2017, so 3 years. And then I moved into street workouts and more of your competing since 2017, and that's been 2.5 years. Yeah, question from Justin Diesel, one of my training partners and clients. How did I get front lever so strong? So I'll be making a front lever tutorial very soon, and I would have to say the main things when you're focusing on learning new moves is to have that focus and discipline and that right mindset of not having any fear and just working as hard as you can and just following the steps and not skipping anything. Okay, then a question from my boys Robert and Keegan. They say, yeah, what's one thing I regret most and why isn't meeting Keegan Land? Followed by Keegan asking me why am I gay and Pranesh asking how I became a top slayer. Alright, next, sure. Okay, and then my question of the day. So this will be the last one of the day. So this question is from Braden Cabral. What is the difference between arrogance and confidence? The biggest difference for me is that confidence comes from within, so they don't feel like they need constant affirmations, nor do they need to be the best at everything that they do. At the same time, knowing also when to listen to constructive criticism. Whereas arrogant behavior comes from people who have insecurities or have a fear of being criticized. Arrogant people always need to feel as if they're better than everyone else, and they constantly try and put everyone else down because they're always constantly trying to put everyone down and trying to look superior to everyone else. So I want to end off by saying, be a leader with confidence and not a boss with arrogance. I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction video, and I'm super excited to share my experiences with you guys and let you guys join me on my journey to becoming a better version of yourself. Remember, there's no limit to an open mind, and if you enjoyed these type of videos or if you want to see more, leave a comment in the description also of what you want to see more, as well as leave a like and subscribe, turn notifications turned on, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Shout out. Sure. Cheers. Ciao. This is gang hard. Let's go play PlayStation.